Record from screen with audio. Okay. 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 This new body concept. We you see everything which every part which we create will be under this part body only. Also, can you see an underline just below the part body? That has a small significance. Okay, I will tell you. Uh, if let me create some simple geometry here like this. Uh, okay, you see now that underline is just below this part body. Can you see? I'm drawing another sketch here. You see now that that is below this thing. If I'm right clicking this part body and defining it as the work object, you see, even though in the tree, even though that groove is there in the tree, that is not visible because currently we made this as the work object. If I'm making the entire part body as the work object also, then also that groove will be reflected in the geometry. Understood? But if I'm making this pad as the work object, only the portion still that will be shown in the viewport. Okay. Now, now I think you have got a small idea about that underline. Okay, if this part board is defined as the work object, also it is okay for us. Make sure that we are making the suitable object or suitable body as the work object or active object. Okay, if I'm inserting new body, I can see another body is added which is called body 2, and there is a positive plus symbol there. And let me create something here. Just I'm selecting this sketch, sorry, plane. I'm drawing a circle of radius, say 60. That means what? Sorry, uh, what was that? Dia was. No, that was not defined. I actually clicked that. Okay. You see, when I double clicked on that sketch one, the underline is just down below that one only, right? Exit. Now this is the part define. I am just defining this object two as the work object, and I have drawn a sketch here. And what I'm doing is I'm just look at the operation which I'm going to do. It's not a shaft, it's groove. Okay, I'm just creating a groove over here. Groove. This is the sketch, and this is the center line. But did you notice something? Something. Something. Did you notice something here? Okay. What? Let me just widen this. Let it be. Have you noticed anything? What? Okay, that's okay. That is due to the dimension only, right? But do you see? Did you notice? I used to groove only, not shaft. It did not cut the object. Okay, but instead of that, something other has happened here. Please look on that plus sign, which was initially plus, is now changed to minus or a negative sign. Understood? Consider that we have to remove some extremely complicated part from this body, this initial part body. Okay, we have to remove some complicated part from this. I mean, yes. Instead of spear, it is some other complicated part which has to be removed from this body, this part body. In such cases, we can create it like this, and after that we can use this boolean operation. You see here it is negative symbol, and I'm going to tool insert boolean operation. There's an option called add and assemble. Now what I'm using is assemble, and it is asking for assemble this body to part body. That is automatically selected because as there is no another body. After giving add assemble, and then when I give a preview, that operation has taken place. Understood? Sorry? Yes, please. Why didn't it took the shape, right? That is because in if we are creating as a new body, and look at the symbol, if that symbol was negative, it will perform the operation. Okay. If that symbol is positive, whatever we do, it will be created as an adding only. It will be creating as an object only. Okay, that we can. There is no much relevance. I mean, it is relevant only when we are creating such a complicated body and all. Otherwise, these things are of no use for some small geometry creations and all. Okay. Ah. No, it won't take pocket. It won't take pocket also. Okay. Same thing will only happen. Okay. They use it here. I have created that assemble one. I'm just deleting that, and I'm just deleting that. Also, I'm making sure that the aggregated element is not deleted. Aggregated element means the element related with that assemble one, which is body two. I don't want to delete this body two, so I am turning off this body two and giving OK. Okay, that body two is still active. Now there is one another thing. If instead of this thing. Okay, now you understand the concept of negative and positive symbol here, right? Okay, I'm just deleting this thing, and I'm adding another body, insert body. Uh, Make sure that this thing is defined work object, and body 3 is added. And after adding that, I am making body 3 as the work object, and I am creating a new something new here like this, as you said, just not pocket, just let it be a pad itself. Okay. Here I'm creating a pad. You see, the same way we can do under Boolean, there is an option called remove. If I have to remove this object from this object, body tree from part body, insert Boolean operation, remove. Which body has to be removed? This body tree has to be removed from part body. Preview. You see, that is removed from that one. Okay. Now I'm just removing that remove tool, remove operation, not aggregated elements. Now there is an option called add. I hope you will guess what add will do. It will just create here also positive, here also positive, so it will be combining into a one geometry. Then we have something called the intersect. In intersect, what it does is these two will be joined into a single part. Currently, we can see there is no specific edges for this thing and all. It is overlapping geometries. Intersect this body with this body. Preview. Oh, sorry, it is not intersect. That is add. Okay. Intersect will be giving the common part. I'm sorry. Intersect should be will be given the common parts. In add, it will be converted into one body. There is now no overlapping at all. It is a single body. You see now there are edges at all. I'm just removing that edge, not aggregated elements. Then insert Boolean. Intersect will be giving the yes, intersection points of that. I mean the common part between that two. And there is another tool which is called union trim. In union trim, what it does is it will be removing some part and will be combining some another part. I think this is not a good geometry for showing union trim. Anyway, let's try. Okay, Boolean union trim. And if I need to remove some faces and all, I can select that. Now, that is not a better geometry. Here it will be same effect as union only. Boolean union union trim. Here that will be showing same effect as union only. I will show that union term with some another geometry. Before that, let's see one more tool which is remove lump. This will be some useful geometry. Okay, a useful tool in some cases while creating some concept design and all. It will be some useful thing. Uh, you see, let there be some not this part body. Let there be some groove to this sketch. Not like this, instead let it be like It'll be something like this, okay? Oh, not as I thought. It didn't came as I thought. Sorry. Mm, Instead of grow, I'm using a pocket. You see, there is some another part which those part which accidentally came, but I don't want to keep this portion. For that, what I can do is go to insert Boolean, remove lump, select the body is to be trimmed. I'm selecting this body, and as the faces to remove, I'm just selecting this face. Preview. Okay. That entire geometry is removed and the other part is kept. There is no other way to delete that thing. This will be using in handy when we are using some importing some geometries. We don't have control over the sketch when we are importing some geometries and all. In most case, when IGS files are imported and all, and if it has some problems like this, we can use this tool. Okay, can you see? Did you notice a red color? Some changings there. Red colors. When I make an update, and when I give an exit sketch, there is some red colors showing me, right? That means the sketch is updating. Okay, you see under tools toolbar we have an option called manual update mode. Currently it is off. That means automatic updating is on. Okay, if I'm turning on the manual updates and making some changes on the sketch, I can see that. You can see that you see I made some changes on the sketch. Exit. That won't be getting updated automatically. We have to give update all here. Then only that changes will get reflected. Okay, that's manual update. If I'm turning off, every time it will be getting updated automatically. Okay, this is body and Boolean operations. Okay, then we have some tools called surface-based features. Before going to surface-based features, let's have a small introduction towards the surface geometry. As you have already studied, I think you remember the surface geometry, surface creations in SolidWorks. So you know some surface creations in SolidWorks. So it's easy. He there we use it got freezed. Okay, just to click on that tree again to unfreeze that. Okay, what we were saying. Surface. Surface. In SolidWorks we just switched the tabs. It was easy. Just switching the tab will do the work. But here we have to change the workbench. Go to start. Go to mechanical and then go to wireframe and surface design. You see, the tools got changed. Here we have all the other options. Uh, Here also we have to do the sketching first, as we used to do in the design operations. We have to create some sketch first, apply the features. They selected that to giving a coincidence. Okay, exit, revolve. 360. Okay, you see, I have created a surface. From this surface, I have to create a solid geometry. For that only, we are using this surface-based features. Surface-based features is available only under part design. Okay. Part design. Okay, but we need surface for that. You see, here we have surface-based features, or here we can take that thing, just drop down that thing, and then we have first one is thick, then we have closed surface, then we have split surface, then we have sieve surface. Mm, you see, first I will show you. We should have 1 minute. Hello. Okay. You see, understood. You see, the first one under surface-based features is closed surface. Under closed surface, if I am selecting this body and giving OK, you see, that is closed. And we can just, okay, okay, I will show, I will show. Initially we had only the surface like this, which has no cross section, no thickness, not filled. Okay, to fill that surface with the solid geometry, we can use closed surface. Under surface based features, select this closed surface. Click on this body. You see, inside that there is nothing. It is empty. Select this geometry and give OK. Okay, after we have created the solid, we can hide this surface, this revolve feature. Understood? If I go to swap visible spaces, I can see the thing. That's it. Okay. Then we have close surface. You see thick surface. This is one another important tool. Consider we have created some geometry using surface operations. Eh? It will be some geometry. Sorry. Yeah. Yes. Just similar to thick. Okay. Consider we have created some geometry like this. Exit. This is surface tool. Okay. We haven't, although we haven't set this tool, just to understand the usage of that. I'm just noting down the dimension of this thing, so no problem is created while create after the operation. Okay. Height. Go to part design. Under thick, select the surface and give the thickness. It's inside thickness and outside thickness. Okay. Shell operator, internal, exterior. I'm just giving thickness only in one direction. Okay. I think it is causing some problem. Reverse direction to outside I'm giving. It's not causing problem to avoids towards the outside when I give, but it is when I'm giving towards the inside, it is causing some problem. Maybe due to this region and all. These are having some small thickness, right? No, you see, it's also okay, but when I'm giving both the thing, it is creating the problem. That is due to the thickness issue only. Okay, if I want and this thickness. small value 0.2, then it is no, there is no issue. Zero point 0.2 in one direction, 2 in another direction. Even 1.2 is okay, but when I go to 2, it is creating some problem. 2 is also okay. Then what happened earlier? There was some other thing went wrong, I think. When you see the video, you can understand. You see, from this in the both the direction. I think I might have wrong clicks, maybe. Okay, so this is a surface, and after the use of the surface, if the surface use is not there, just hide that. Don't delete it or don't suppress it. Just hide the geometry. Okay, this is our uh, closed surface, thick surface. Then we have split tool. Split tool means it is actually cutting something uh, using surface operations. Okay, exit. Just like that, we need a surface. Obviously, we should need a surface for that. I'm extruding this surface in such a way that it is passing throughout. Okay. Then I'm going back to our partition environment, and then we have our split surface and the splitting element as this one. Okay. Okay. You see, it's split with that region, and the arrow should be in downwards. The downwards portion will be kept, and after the use of that, hide this geometry. Understood. That's about split. Then we have one more tool called a sew surface. Uh, to show sew surface, let me create something like this. That is for connecting to surface only actually. Let us consider some geometry like this. We have to create a surface. You will understand about creating surface in more detail when we in the next session. Okay, I think in the next session we will be going to surface geometry. Okay, so don't worry how about the creating of parts here. Yes, similar to that. Yes. What I have used here is only extruding and revolving of surface. While coming to the surface, even the names are much similar to the SolidWorks. You see, it's revolve, not shaft and all. You see, if I have a case like this, I can use seal surface under part design, seal surface. Select the surface, make sure that arrow is not outward, inwards. And if there is any faces to remove, I can do that. But here there is no need of that. I'm giving okay. You see, hide the revolve to see that it is connecting to surfaces. Okay, I mean two solids. This is surface based features. We should just go through all the videos and make sure that the solid geometry